And I'm live with HTM Sports. What's up with you guys?
What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Henry Demore reporting live from the liquor store. And you know I got my brother West Coast in the building with me, man. We finna get drunk on this Cowboys content real early. We got some orange juice, so you can call this a cowboy. We can call this a cowboy mimosa, man. We can call this a cowboy mimosa. We're drinking early in the morning, man. And some of y'all are getting drunk because y'all are upset about the Dallas Cowboys pick. Some of y'all getting drunk because y'all don't really fool with Miles Smith like that, and that's okay. You just don't know. You don't know what you don't know, and that's what we're here for, man. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for tapping in with me, showing love, support to the channel. Y'all made this possible for us to come out here and do this draft content, bring to y'all, man. So I appreciate y'all. So salute to y'all, man. Real talk, real talk. So yeah, but I think Dallas Cowboys made a damn good pick yesterday.
Man, hold up, man. Yeah, you mean. What's up, man? It's your boy West Coast. We live in the building, man. Listen, man. Listen. We had a late night, man.
Man, that got my shoulder 2 o'clock.
We had a late night, bruh. Late night. Listen to me, man. Let's show these folks where we at, man. Where are we at right now?
Man, Kansas City.
We in Kansas City, Missouri, man.
At the Airbnb.
You know what I'm saying? We in Kansas City, Missouri. You feel me? Shout out to all the content creators that's putting out content, man. But we here. Man, we about 15 minutes from the draft. We'll be going there. We'll be going back down there tonight. Hey, man, I just want to let everybody thank everybody that's been supporting us up to this point. But yo, you guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's 2 things you guys must do. First thing you must do is you must hit that share button. All right? So I need everybody. Why is my phone right here so damn dark? I know, that's what I'm tripping off of too. My IG dark, my YouTube dark than a mug. This phone is cheap.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hey, shout out to my boy Chill Bill for tapping in with me. So over it, Eastside Herald. Even though you are a horrible Houston Texans fan, salute to you, my boy. Sadiqa Charles, I see you. I appreciate you, Ready Red. Thank y'all for tapping in and showing love. But yeah, man, I think we had a damn good pick, man. Like a lot of y'all, and it's funny though, because
That should be better.
yeah, I think that's better lighting right there.
This phone is cheap, that's why.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the issue is, man, that y'all will watch the Dallas Cowboys get ran off the field. You will watch a playoff game where they give up their 300 yards. You will watch Dallas and run all over your team, right? You will watch, this, that, and the third happen. You'll watch the Green Bay Packers go for over 200 yards on the ground against us. You'll see us get killed on the ground. And then you will cry about it, demanding that the Dallas Cowboys fix their run defense. And the moment that the Dallas Cowboys do so, because y'all had y'all minds and hearts, some of y'all were goofy. Y'all had minds and hearts set on a damn tight end, which we didn't need. Some of y'all wanted offensive linemen. I wanted some offensive linemen too, but like some of the better guys were already off the board. So I think the Dallas Cowboys made a business decision. They got a guy that fortified the middle of their defense. And hey, Michael Parsons happy about it.
Now, listen, we always gotta make sure we do our intro. You know what I'm saying? Because we can give them 3 minutes of free content. So let's go in. Let's start this over real quick. You know what I'm saying? Make them wait because they know what the process is. Listen to listen. First thing y'all need to do is y'all need to hit that share button. I need everybody to go into their account wherever they are and hit that share button. All right. There's only a couple people up in here watching. I need you guys to alert everybody, let them know that we are live. You know what I'm saying? So I need everybody right now to hit that share button, no matter where you're watching at. We got a little over 200 people watching. Well, between the 4 pages, about a little bit 200 people watching. I need everybody to hit that share button, okay? Next thing, you guys listen to me. This trip was not free. I appreciate everybody who donated. Shout out to Regina Green on winning the jersey. I'll be putting that in the mail as soon as I get in. But yo, man, real talk. We're gonna go through here as I say your name. I need everybody to hit the share button or hit that star button. I'm gonna close one of these windows because I think that glare is too much.
Right. You said y'all good with getting the tight end in the second round. It depends on how the board pops.
Hey, we ain't answering no questions until they hit that share button or hit that star button. Hell, you mean? Stop asking questions. They need to hit that share button.
Yeah, everybody hit
Hit that share button.
Hit the subscribe button to my channel. store in the liquor store. And hey, I also need y'all to hit the cash app. You know, I don't have stars or anything, so you can if you want to join my raffle.
There you
Do a
go.
$5
There you
jersey
go.
raffle.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Just hit it. Hey, shout out to what's it? Michelle Cox sent 10 for. Okay, hey, I appreciate you for the donation. Miss Cox, they got your 2 entries into the raffle for the jersey.
Is that better?
I'll make sure to get that updated for you so you know. But you got 2 entries, and
Is that
I will announce the winner on the 31st of next month.
is that better? Is that better?
It's still a little dark, but it's better than what it was. It's better than what it was. So I appreciate that. West Coast, hope you feel better. She said, hope you feel better, Ken Folk.
Oh yeah, I do feel better.
Good.
All right, so let's go. Let's go. Hey, shout out to my boy Steven with the 1,000 stars. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this thing. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys this: we are draft experts.
Oh, that was Mickey. Okay.
We are draft experts. You want to know why? We know why we're draft experts. Because we're as much of a draft expert as Mel Kiper, as much of an expert as Stephen A. Smith, and we're as much of a draft expert as Dan Boogler. You want to know why? Because nobody knows the future. Right. Nobody knows the future. So guess what? Their guess is just as good as ours. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just depending on who you want to hear it from. But I will say this. I actually think I know a little bit more than those guys. Why? Because I only pay attention to the Cowboys. I'm not required to pay attention to anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Marquetta for the $10 donation. That got you 2 entries as well. So I'm gonna make sure I get all that updated. And I appreciate y'all for participating.
So that's the cool thing about this draft. The cool thing about this draft is the draft is all future tense things. So you're using past production to produce to project future projection. You know what I'm saying? So It's very easy. I like the pick. I like this pick that the Dallas Cowboys did. I was already saying that the Cowboys need to go offensive line or defensive line in the first round, and the Dallas Cowboys did that. Also, I like the pick because at the end of the day, you're going to have to trust somebody. You're going to have to trust one of these coaches with a player. I like the fact that the Dallas Cowboys, coming off of a 12-win season and losing in the second round of the playoffs, said, hey, you know what? We're going to trust Dan Quinn. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with the Cowboys trusting Dan Quinn because Dan Quinn has come through for the Dallas Cowboys, especially since defensive tackle is a position that he coaches. Mm-hmm. You know, this isn't just like Dan Quinn drafting a cornerback and this guy being a cornerback on our squad. No, this is Dan Quinn, who is a defensive line coach, drafting a guy that he is going to be immediately coaching himself.
Yeah, he's real hands-on with the line. Like, if you see, like, off-season work, practices, like, Dan Quinn is out there with the troops. So, and he, listen, you look at the other defensive line players that Dan Quinn had the pleasure of coaching. I know Michael Parsons is not technically a defensive lineman, but he's attached to the line so much. Like, Dan Quinn is his guy. He spends a lot of time working with Michael Parsons, Sam Williams. That's really the reason some of y'all were gassed about trying to get a pass rusher we didn't need, because you knew the Dan Quinn effect. You know what I'm saying? And also, man, like, you can't sit here. The Dallas Cowboys went and addressed an obvious issue. We were the 22nd ranked run defense in the National Football League. There's only 32 damn teams. So that means you were a bottom 10 team in stopping the run. That means you were, in the words of Shady McCoy, you were ass. So you went and improved an area where you need to improve it to beat the teams that are obviously better than you. And that's really the teams that I'm talking about is the San Francisco 49ers, who are one of the more run dominating teams in the National Football League. So you went and got a guy you could put in the middle, eat up these guards, these centers, that will keep your linebackers clean. And also, and this was going to be a byproduct of that. It also want to help Michael Parsons in the fact that he could push the pocket enough where Michael Parsons can get an extra second, get around that edge. So, this is a move that improves all aspects of your defense.
Yeah, and also this is a guy that can turn pro formations into shotgun formations, because this is a guy that's going to be sitting over the center, and this is a guy that's going to be dominating the center at will. The film that I've seen on Mozzie Smith, I like Mozzie Smith. You just put in there. I like this. I've liked what I've seen on him. He's a guy, a true one technique, something that the Dallas Cowboys have not had in a very, 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 very long time, and we have definitely not had one at the quality of this of Mozzie Smith. Like we have not had a true, one technique. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: don't look at his stats, because first off, run stopping stats are like the hardest stats to even equate or keep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they don't really even keep run stopping stats because the only thing you can really the only stat you can really obtain is like tackles for loss or just straight tackles. You know what I'm saying? But this is a guy that's gonna reroute. He's gonna reroute offensive linemen. He's gonna reroute running backs, and he's gonna make these guys go different directions simply so that you can you have more tackles on the outside. And this isn't Mozzie Smith. I've always said that, like, I don't necessarily care about my defensive tackle getting a whole bunch of sacks because I already get a bunch of sacks. Like, I already get a bunch of sacks from the outsides, going in from Micah Parsons and my boy Sam Williams and all those other guys. Like, I already have that aspect of my football team covered. I need a guy who's not focused on sacks, but focused solely on stopping the run. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's been killing us. Like, if you think about this, the last two quarterbacks that put us out of the playoffs was Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy. Bro, I don't need to sack them dudes. Those dudes aren't even good as it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you hate the pick, you're just someone who just wants a voice. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because you can hate the player because you don't like Michigan players or you don't like guys whose first names start with Mozzie, but you cannot hate the position because we did need a D tackle. The biggest D tackle on our team, listen to me, our D tackles, two guys that we're asking to stop the run, an older dude named Jonathan Hankins who realistically should be looking at retirement. Then you have Quentin Bohannon, who's a 6th-round pick. You know what I'm saying? So you have never invested in stopping the run. I've invested more money in stopping the run hats than the Dallas Cowboys have into actually stopping the run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you, if you're talking about Taco Charleston, you're an idiot. You wanna know why? Because one, they don't even play the same position. The only thing Taco Charleston and Mozzie Smith have combined is they went to the same school. Also, Taco Charleston was not considered a first-round pick. Mozzie Smith is considered a first-round pick. He was the 3rd best defensive lineman in this draft. He got drafted. The 3rd defensive lineman in this draft. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense. Like, he got drafted where he was. Taco Charleston was never a beast. Never. Taco Charleston, nobody in college football had him ranked as a first-round pick. The Dallas Cowboys did reach on Taco Charleston. They did that.
Yeah. And yeah, I think that's better right there.
Yeah, sloped it.
Okay, cool. But yeah, man. Y'all bear with me, man. We're just trying to get the camera worked out. But yeah, the Dallas Cowboys didn't reach. If y'all talk about draft experts, where the draft experts had Mozzie Smith with a late 1st-round grade or early 2nd-round grade. And where did he go? He went pick number 26. So he went right into
where he was supposed to go.
He went right in the area that he was supposed to go. And remember, Mozzie Smith was being mocked to us early on, right? I know a lot of y'all got caught up into the tight end hype and this and that, and the Dallas Cowboys' own history of not drafting defensive tackles early played a part into it, right? While a lot of people got off the Mozzie Smith train, but he's definitely a great run stopper, and he has one job, and that's a job that he's going to do very well at this next level for us.
Yeah. Like, to be honest with you, Mozzie Smith might not even be on the field in known passing situations.
No purpose in it.
Like, on a 3rd and 8, Mozzie Smith probably won't even be on the field.
But 3rd and 3?
3rd and 1, goal line situation, 4th and 1, Jalen Hurts is going for that goofy-ass sneak. Yes, Mozzie's going to be sitting right there waiting on his ass. And I'm going to tell you this right now, bro, he beats on centers, bro. Like, I'm going to tell you something else like this. Tyler Baez at practice is going to get better. You want to know why? Because Mozzie Smith's going to beat his ass at practice, bruh.
Yeah, you can only get better for no ass.
He's gonna be because I think right now Mozzie Smith is a better nose tackle. Think about this: we have a nose tackle. When was the last time you heard the Dallas Cowboys have a nose tackle?
Been a long time.
Antoine Woods, I love my dude. He was not a nose tackle, and my boy was like five. He's like 5'11". He's small. You know what I'm saying?
Barely 300 pounds.
Barely. This is a 323 dude.
Mm-hmm. And that might be a little lenient. The boy might have had a sandwich in between them.
And I'm gonna tell you this about Mozzie. The dude, this is not nasty fat. This dude is a big ass dude. This is 323 with a six pack.
Mm-hmm. He a big, strong dude. And that's one of the things they like about him. They say he is one of the strongest players in this year's draft. You know what I'm saying? And he's not a guy that's going to be easily moved. He has the size. He has the power. You know, once he gets his hands on you, it's going to be a long day. So, and the beautiful thing about it, he's going to be paired with a guy like Dan Quinn, who is supposed to be a defensive line savant. So
he is a defensive line savant.
Yeah, matter of fact, yeah,
you gotta think like this. You gotta think like this. Every coach finds a way, a knack to get in the NFL, right? Like Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, he was a quarterback coach. When he first came in the NFL, he was a quarterback coach. He coached quarterbacks. That's how he got to know the Joe Montanas and the Steve Youngs and the Brett Favres and the Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? That's how he was able to get those names under his belt because he was a quarterback coach. Well, Dan Quinn is a defensive line coach. When Dan Quinn came into the NFL, he came into the NFL as a defensive line coach for Pete Carroll. You know what I'm saying? With the Seattle Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? So
Charles said boss cost that rugby ball, that little ugly Jalen Hurts sneak.
Oh yeah, I mean that's. But think about this. Think about this. When as soon as he got drafted, the first thing Michael Parsons said is no more quarterback sneaks in the middle. Like, and to be honest with you, you need a big body there, and you need a big body there who can move that center. Mm-hmm. Because the center is the one who's going to determine if that sneak is going to work.
And you know something else, bro? Like, Mozzie Smith getting picked up is going to make the Leighton Vander contract look like a steal. Because I think he's going to have much improved play. And if you don't believe me, you know, go and look up the Ray Lewis interview. Because Ray Lewis said his front office, when he was with the Ravens, came to him and they asked him what they could do to improve the team to help him out. He said he wanted a big, fat, nasty dude in front of him. And that's when they went and got Haloti Ngata, and the rest is history. So if Ray Lewis, who is considered one of the best linebackers in league history, wanted a big, nasty defensive tackle to play in front of him, you know, it should be universal that you should get a big, nasty to help your linebackers out.
Yeah, and you got people saying you'll see in 2 years. Now you'll see this year. Because this is a guy who's specifically going to be working with Dan Quinn. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you're going to see this year. And I'm going to tell you this, what I love about Mozzie Smith. You finally got a guy, like I always say this. We always give Dan Quinn, like my pops, right? My pops is king of the 99-cent store. He'll go to the 99-cent store, $15. He'll come out of there. He'll make a whole meal from the 99-cent store. But I be thinking in my head like, damn, I wonder what my pop's meal would take. Like if I actually take him to a Whole Food, but he won't do it though. He won't do it. My pops will cook a meal. He be like, look, you see all that food over there? $11. 99 cents store. 99 cents store. 99 cents store. How it taste? Tastes good?
Tastes pretty damn good.
Tastes pretty good? 99 cents store. That's my pops. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to say like this, like, imagine if like we really gave my pops like some bacon and it was called like honey smoked bacon instead of bacon that just say bacon.
I say bake up because there ain't no N on the end.
Yeah, bake up. You know what I'm saying? Like bake up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we did with Dan Quinn. We gave Dan Quinn some high end talent for his high-end coaching, and you're going to get high-end results.
Most definitely. Let me look at the comments. So over laughing, what up, JC? Yeah, Mozzie. Yeah, Mozzie. And listen, even if Mozzie is not a starter, right, because is there, he's going to play a lot. Because, you know, you need more than one defensive tackle. Like, it should not be up to Jonathan Hankins at 30 years old, going on 31, to be the savior of your run defense. You know what I'm saying? And there's already been shown that these other guys on the team, you know, have not been able to do do what they've been tasked to do. Quinn Bohannon, I like him. I think he's as a step player. He has the
Ooh.
ability to help the team eventually. But he hasn't really shown up to this point. So bringing in a guy like Mozzie Smith and pairing him with Jonathan Hankins is going to pay big dividends for our team, man. And you already have one of the best pass defenses, and that's what I'm talking about. Company football. You already have a great pass rush. You got a secondary that gets interceptions. The only thing the Dallas Cowboys cannot do is stop the run. That's the only thing they can't do. So once the Dallas Cowboys get that on the locker, they can't run the ball against you. They can't throw the ball against you. Then what the hell they gonna do? Because when you look at your secondary and your pass rushers, you got Michael Parsons, D. Law, Sam Williams, Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Gilmore. All those other guys, to handle the pass defense. The one thing they could not do, is stop the run. We need to stop the run. That's how you saw the teams like the Packers, come back and beat us. That's how you saw us lose in the playoffs these years, man. So
I mean, think about this. The Packers were able to beat us without even having Aaron Rodgers be Aaron Rodgers because they knew that they could not. Listen to me. The Packers came into the game thinking like, damn, they got 1,000,000 sacks over there, and they can't stop the run. So Aaron Rodgers, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna run the ball all day. And that Green Bay Packers game, even though we were up, if you can't stop the run, eventually a team is gonna catch your ass. They're gonna catch you. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened. We couldn't continue to run the ball. Why? Because for whatever reason, Tony Pollard couldn't run the ball more than 15 times. And then guess what? It's true.
Hey, apparently he was supposed to bust into flames and die if he went past 15-yard mark.
Yeah, they said that. Now I didn't say that. The Cowboys said that. You know what I'm saying?
No, he got 15. Let's take him out the game.
Yeah, the Cowboys said that. Yeah, the Cowboys said that. I didn't say that. The Cowboys said that. You know what I'm saying?
Which is sort of faulty logic because you want him in there to catch passes too. So I believe you. He done had a game where he had more than 20 touches before. He just never had a game with more than 15 carries. I don't understand.
But I know they specifically said that he can't run the ball more than 15 times. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's my homie right there. That's my boy Ant right there. What's up with you, my boy? My boy E, what up, my boy? What's up, boy? I see you sliding up in here, man. He ain't even no Cowboy fan. He ain't even no Cowboy fan. He's a real ass dude. Appreciate you, my boy.
Man, that's love right there, my boy. Okay. Hey, shout out to my boy Jameson Taylor. Hope everything going well with you with the Islanders, my boy.
No matter, my boy says, no matter what changes happens in the NFL, the NFL won consistently. The games are won in the trenches. You goddamn right, bruh. I'm gonna be honest. Listen to me. The 49ers don't even care about a quarterback. You know what they care about? Defensive linemen. And guess where their season always ends? In the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? They may not win a Super Bowl, but guess where it always ends up? In the playoffs. And that's where it has to start. Like, you know what I mean? That's where it has to start.
And think about it like this, man. They've been to a Super Bowl. They've been to 2 NFC Championship games in like a 4 or 5 year stretch. And, they have one of the best front sevens in the National Football League. If you think about a guy like Fred Warner, they think he's the best linebacker right now. Then on top of that, they improved their defensive line. They went and got Hargrave, who was an all-pro defensive tackle, and slapped him in the middle of that already good defense. So
oh my freaking God!
Yeah, we probably need to go ahead and get an offensive lineman this round. I was real adamant about being able to.
Yeah, because Philadelphia is now the Philadelphia Bulldogs. God damn, bruh.
Yeah, they got Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. They even got Nakobe Dean, Nolan Smith. So they're trying to put together a good front seven too.
And Philadelphia got 4 guys who've all played together in the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. This is true. They picked me up at 4. Okay, cool. Imagine Drew Sanders and Mozzie Smith with Micah. See, I like Drew, but it's just going to depend on who's there, at pick number 58. Because if Osiris Torrance is still there or Steve Avila, I think you have no choice but to fortify the other side of the ball.
What's up, Phil?
Just based on, just based on your struggles at the end of the year running the ball, based on your struggles the entire season of protecting your quarterback, because you were 28th in pass protection. So it really just depends on who there. But there's some great talent that's still there in the second round. There's some guys that had first round grades on my board that slipped all the way to the second round.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. I don't know who the hell we're gonna pick in 58. And I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. I think we all need to pause because all y'all folks these last month being all mean people, telling them they mock drafts suck, telling them that this player's better than this player, telling me Jamar Gibbs ain't no damn first round pick. Ain't no running backs doing this and that.
Hey, ain't it crazy that
I'm just saying.
Ain't it crazy?
Running backs seem to be more valuable than wide receivers damn near.
And this draft was you had 2 running backs go in the top 13, and not a single wide receiver did that.
That was, bro, listen to me. We was at pick 13, and I'm like, damn, when's the wide receivers going to get picked? They don't want to throw the ball no more?
I think it's crazy. No, this is the same offseason they devalued the running back position, and then they turned around and took 2 running backs, in the top 13.
You want to know why? Because people like to talk, but when it's time to go, they going to keep it real. And what they did is they keep it all the way real.
Mm-hmm. Hey, good players are good players. Like sometimes you got to stop looking at positions for offensive players and just look at them as weapons. Because both of them boys can catch the balls too. They can run between the tackles. And Jameer Gibbs is a guy that can line up at wide receiver you want, has 4.3 speed. So sometimes, man, when you just look at some of these running backs, you gotta just think of them as weapons instead of just thinking of them as just this skill position.
Yeah, and if you're Detroit, you're looking at, if you're also Detroit, you also got to say it like this, like, bro, you had 17, you lost a guy that had 17 touchdowns, bro. Mm-hmm. You can't just be like, oh, he got that on accident, or he got that because the running back position is devalued. Hell no, he got that because he's a good freaking player.
How many times did Philly sack Dak last year? I think maybe once.
Mm-hmm. Hey, shout out to the my best moment of last night is when Dalton Kincaid got drafted in front of us.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how that even supposed to work because they just went out and paid Dawson Knox some damn good tight end money, and then they turned around and got Dalton and got Kincaid. So I don't really understand that pick.
Yeah, they're literally gonna have. They literally have 2 tight ends that are paid on their offense, and they have Stephon Diggs too. I would have thought they would have probably got like some more protection for Josh Allen, but who's to say? But you know what? I was extremely excited when I saw that come off the board because I thought that with the Dallas Cowboys, with all these mock drafts, the Dallas Cowboys too, a tight end to the Dallas Cowboys, a little piece of me was getting a little nervous. But you know what I love? I love that the NFL always keeps it real. You know what the NFL showed y'all? That don't nobody give a damn about no damn tight end, bruh. Okay?
One team did. One team.
Like, listen to me. The tight end is a 2-year position. It takes 2 years to get someone into that position and for them to actually look like the guy that you want them to be. It takes 2 years.
Oh, landlord's still at his hotel. He ain't slid over here yet.
Yeah, landlord called me at like 2:30 in the morning. We all was out late last night, so I don't want y'all to think, you know what I'm saying?
Well, not I.
Well, yeah, we was.
I was podcasting. I don't know what they were doing, but y'all liquor store was over for business. I don't know what they were doing.
Jay Vlad joined. What's up? He says, I think we need a big wide receiver. Let's talk. Well, I don't necessarily think we need a wide receiver. Going in today, I would still like to get an offensive lineman. I think this is a soft part. What up, landlord?
Landlord right there. There you go. Mr. Nefarious.
There you go. You gotta come over. We're at different Airbnbs. You know what I'm saying? So he's at an Airbnb down the street, and we're here at this Airbnb. So just slide over. I live in KC. I'll be out there today. That's what's up, man. But yeah, like today, what I would like to see the Cowboys do in a perfect world, I would like the Dallas Cowboys to try to figure a way to get another pick in the second round.
Double deal.
I would like, because, bro, I want my pick in the second round, but I want to come up because there's some stuff, bro. Joey Porter Jr.'s there. You also got what's that other boy, man? We have a whole list in my damn thing, but I forgot who else was there. Eddie?
Oh, you just talking about players in general? You know, Osiris Torrance is still
That
available.
one, that's the other one.
Steve Avila is still there. Tank Dale is still there. Marvin Mills. I know y'all love wide receivers, so you know there's a lot of good ones there too. Um, let's see. There's some guy. I gotta look at the list, man. I gotta go back and look at the list. But there's plenty of good talent in the second round right now. There should be enough people there that we can leave happy. And as we know, there were only two running backs taken. So if y'all are high on Charbonnet from UCLA, you know he's still
still there.
available. There's some guys, man. There's definitely some studs. I was a little too nefarious. I gotta recover before we go back out there. Pray for landlord, y'all. Pray for landlord.
Hey, I called you, fool. I called you last night too. And when you called me, I called you back. Joey Porter will be the best. I wouldn't trade up for Joey Porter Jr. because of the situation. Well, actually, I would. I actually would. Yeah.
You would trade it for Joey Porter Jr.
I was thinking about the position. But I would though. I would.
Said, let me take a look at this.
I had to think about that. That's a corner because Stephon Gilmore is only on a 1 year deal.
Yeah, and that would be future, but you know, we got a guy that can play now in the first round. So, and we have a very sketchy history at pick number 2. You know, I know we
Pick, give me second round.
yeah, our second round pick has been very hit and miss. You know, Tristan Hill didn't really.
It's been our either our reach round or our take a chance on you round.
Yeah, because
I think so because think about this. Even Diggs was taking a chance because he was a guy that had a wide receiver background.
Mm-hmm. But see, I think that the Trayvon Diggs, I don't even put the Trayvon Diggs in there because he's a guy that got pushed into the second round and had a first round grade. So even then, it made sense. You know what I'm saying? Just by the value, like, hey, this man had a top 30, grade on him. He failed to such and such. Like, yeah, let's do that. So
he started his rookie year.
Yeah, and he started. Got tore up, but hey, sometimes you gotta get baptized by fire. Steel is forged in the hottest flames. So, but you look at guys like Kelvin Joseph who hasn't really panned out. You look at Tristan Hill. Like there are some guys that didn't actually do what everybody wanted to do. But when you turn around, look at Trayvon Diggs and you look at Sam Williams, there's also guys that you hit on. So you got the last couple of years, you got a couple more hits than misses. So it just really depends on how the board falls, what they are valuing. But
hey, I will say this though: if I can figure out a way to get a second pick in the second round, I'm all for it.
All right, so let me ask you a question: what if it entailed giving up your third and your fourth? Would you do it to move back into the second round? But you would still keep your second round pick, and you would get their second round pick. So would you give up your third and fourth for this year to get an extra pick in the second round?
Damn, and it would have to be a specific player.
It probably have to be a
specific. To go get that offensive lineman, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it because I would get the offense, and then I'd probably go grab a running back in the third. In the second. I would grab the offensive lineman with the first pick. In the second, I would grab that running back with the next one, and then I don't really care. I can go shoot that out for the rest of the day because I feel I would be okay.
I believe we would.
I see y'all in the fifth round. You know what I'm saying?
and we clear everything else out then because
I wouldn't need it.
Cause we don't really need a wide receiver. It sounds good. I like this.
You know who would be my third round pick? Jalen Tolbert. If you want a wide receiver, Jalen Tolbert would be my third round pick. Instead of picking another wide receiver in the third, I would just tell you we're going to go with Jalen Tolbert again this year. We're going to give him an opportunity. Or Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup's going to be you want a receiver? Okay. In the third round, we're going to draft Michael Gallup. How about that? Everybody okay with that? Because he's making $11 million, bro. You can't just draft. Think about this. Right now, because you didn't draft a wide receiver in the first round, if you draft a wide receiver now, it does not make any sense to play him over Michael Gallup. Because Michael Gallup, because you got to think like this. In the grand scheme of things, you know more about Michael Gallup than you do about this wide receiver you're going to draft. And Michael Gallup's making more. So from a business standpoint, it would make more sense to push him than him.
Yeah, and I like Jalen Tolbert. I think he got something.
Yeah, Jalen Tolbert's going to be my third round wide receiver.
He really ain't played too much for you last year, so you got to give him opportunity because if we and think about this, if we did the same thing with the wide receiver we drafted this year, right? Let's say we draft Tank Dell, we don't put him on the field. He only has 17 snaps and 3 targets. You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna go and get another wide receiver the very next year,
No.
and then have Jalen Tolbert, Tank Dell, and this other wide receiver, or are you just gonna give this guy that you took, in the top 100 last year opportunity to actually earn his spot in the NFL?
Jalen Tolbert is Tank Dell. He just didn't get the opportunities this year. He just didn't play.
Facts, West Coast.
Yeah, I'd say trade a third and a fourth for an extra second rounder, and also with Gallup being another year off his injury, could have actually produced this year. Absolutely, Corey.
Yep.
And $11 million, Corey, $11 million says, I'ma at least go look. Yeah, you mean? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna buy. I ain't gonna guarantee I'm gonna buy. But for 11 millions, I'm damn sure gonna go down there and look.
Hey, a certain amount of money all gonna perk your ears up, man.
Bruh, for $11 million, and there's no really way I can get out of it. Like, listen to me, you guys. Michael Gallup has to play good this year. He has to. He doesn't even have to play good this year, but he has to play. Mm-hmm. He has to play because we're paying him too much money.
Because you won't know if he's gonna be on your team next year or not until after the season.
Exactly. Like this. Like it's even. Thank you. Like this is really bigger than just this year. Like, and it's really about he has to play to know, like what you just said. Mm-hmm. If I'm gonna keep this dude.
Yeah, because the Dallas Cowboys have an out built into Michael Gallup's contract for next year. They're already giving him most of his guaranteed money, even with the restructure. Like they still have that out in his contract. So if he plays well, you can hold on to Michael Gallup a little bit long, maybe restructure the contract again to make it more cap friendly. Or if he does not play well or he gets injured again, you can cut his ass and you can get off the hook for most of the money on that contract.
At best, Michael Gallup next year gets restructured. At best, he's playing for a restructure because if he don't play well, his ass is getting released.
Facts. Yo, what's up with you, my boy DC for Life, Texas? I see you, my guy. Thank you for tapping in and showing.
Hey, I'll say this. Shout out to Eastside Herald, bruh. Your team did their numbers yesterday, bruh.
Man, bro.
Shout out to hey, y'all did y'all numbers. I ain't gonna say your team because F your team, but y'all did y'all thing. Y'all did y'all things. If you know who Eastside Herald is, you know who his team is.
Hey, did you see the reaction of everybody in the crowd when they announced they went back to back?
Yeah.
They said, "Oh!"
Yeah, that was. Hey, Eastside, y'all did y'all thing, bro. I'm not giving your team any love because I don't rock with your team, but I'll give you some love. I'll give you some love. You know what I'm saying? But F your team. But if you know who we talking about, then you know who we talking about. You know what I'm saying? But that I ain't gonna lie, that was nuts, bro.
That's a damn good.
That I ain't gonna lie. You guys brought some needed excitement because, bruh, when they dropped that, the whole crowd went, oh!
They lost their shit. Everybody
like people
around.
was like, what happened?
How? What?
How?
When?
Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do that? Like, the only thing I was thinking is like, bro, what did they give up? And it had better not been nothing we could have gave up. That's the only thing I was thinking, bro. Like, if they would have been like, they gave up 2 seconds and a third, I was like, what the?
They gave him a future fifth. What?
Bruh, like, and think about this. They basically got their best offensive player and their best defensive player.
And it made so much sense with DeMeco Ryan being a former first-round pick linebacker, having a background at Alabama. Man, it made perfect sense.
Like, they put a jersey sale on the offense and a jersey sale on the defense. Like, that's hard. And I'm going to tell you the cold thing about it is people going to be like, yeah, but you're going to have to pay him. No, you're not, because think about this. A quarterback is going to fall in a different market than a defensive player. A quarterback's playing for a 3-year deal. C.J. Stroud going to be playing to get paid in 3 years. Defensive player going to be playing to get paid in 4. You know what I'm saying?
And unless he go crazy, he gonna have to put up Michael Parsons numbers to get paid after the 3rd year.
Yeah, he going to probably bigger than that because Michael Parsons probably ain't going to get paid this year. I don't think Michael's going to get paid this year.
I think it'll be next offseason.
Yeah, I don't think this year.
Yeah, I don't think right now because he's technically not available to get an extension until the end of this season. So the offseason leading to the 2024 season when Michael Parsons is there.
Yeah, I think he will have had. I'll put it to you like this. I think Micah Parsons will have 4 years completed in the NFL before he gets a contract.
Ooh, you think so?
I believe so. I don't believe that he's going to play.
Ooh.
I don't believe that the Dallas Cowboys are going to do what they did with Zeke with Micah Parsons. No, I don't believe they're going to. I believe he's going to want it, but I don't believe they're going to do it.
It could get ugly then.
I don't, and to be honest with you, like I don't listen. I do believe Micah Parsons is going to get his money. I also believe that the Dallas Cowboys should pay him early, but I don't believe they're going to do it because man, they were almost prepared to not let Zeke play.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I don't know.
Bro, listen to me. It gonna come down to this. Yes, we know Micah Parsons gets you 15 sacks a season, but if you have a defense that's getting you 60 sacks in a year, Cowboys are gonna be like, well, what can we do with 45 sacks? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how the Cowboys think, bro.
Yeah, man. Let me see what they say. I'm in the least side.
Hey, let's do some. So what do y'all want to pick today? What do y'all want to listen to me? Mozzie Smith pick is done. It's over with. He's a Dallas Cowboy.
Support him. Support him. Support him.
Hey, I got a
support him.
jersey I'm giving away too. I forgot. Keep talking.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I definitely listen. I would prefer the Dallas Cowboys to get offensive linemen. We definitely need to improve the trenches. You know, give Dak Prescott some more time to throw the ball, improve your ability to run the ball, and establish your wheels. And you know, when you're able to successfully run the ball, you know, it cuts down on the turnovers because you know you have a higher chance to turn the ball over passing it, and it also improves your ability to control the clock because the clock stays running when you run the ball successfully, whether you get positive yardage or you don't.
Hey, make sure you guys hit that star button. Top Star Giver is going home with a Tony Pollard jersey. I got the winner. Hey, Miss and she had the most entries too. Shout out to Regina Green with the green. She won the Dallas Cowboys jersey. I'll be sending that to her. Miss Regina, please inbox me your address. She had 14 entries. You know what I'm saying? So salute to her being the top entry, and she also run the raffle. I'll be sending that to you, Auntie. Send me your address. You're on YouTube, so send me on your address. I don't know how you can send me your address on YouTube, but I know there's an inbox somewhere on there. But matter of fact, Auntie, you can just call me 909-301-7804. 909-301-7804. You guys already know if you ain't calling me on no business, I ain't gonna answer. So you feel me? Don't call me asking me is Dak Prescott the guy? I'm gonna hang up in your face. You know what I'm saying? Not talking about you, Auntie Regina. You call me, I ain't tripping. But you don't call me West Coast. I'm sitting on the toilet and I'm having an argument with my aunt.
I just seen.
You gotta take your foot off.
I know. I saw it.
Everybody saying we need a running back. I thought we didn't need a running back. What you mean?
Well, you know, a lot of people want us to get a running back based on what happened with Ezekiel Elliott. So, you know, some people were hurt that wasn't a possibility. You know, a lot of folks were mocking Bijan Robinson to us. And hey, that showed you something. You know, that showed you something. Y'all thought Bijan or Gills would be there. And, you know, that damn sure was not in the cards, right?
No.
What?
What about all the folks that thought you was going to get C.J. Stroud?
Oh, man.
What was y'all thinking, bruh?
Oh, man.
Like, think about this. I had to make a video telling y'all there was no way in hell that the Dallas Cowboys was going to draft C.J. Stroud. Why? Because some of y'all actually believed that the Dallas Cowboys were going to draft C.J. Stroud.
Man, it makes no sense. And
that dude went second overall. How was we at 20? And listen to me, bruh, I was saying the kid was going to go top 3 pick. Mm-hmm. We were saying then, bro, like, listen, I didn't even want to make a video on it. But so many of you guys was hitting me up about this kid. And he a Rancho kid, so you know I got mad love for him. Hey, receivers, hey, that's my son's coach right there. What's up with you, Coach Cotton? I got your text message. As soon as I get off this live, I got you. I had hit the live as soon as you text me. But as soon as I get off this live, I didn't even see the text message. If you want to put it right here, I'll answer your question. But I got you. Hey, this dude right here, one of the best in the building, man. My sons go to him 2 times a week. Phenomenal coach, you know what I'm saying? Technique, skills, training, everything, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I took my sons to him. I thought I knew a little bit about football. You always will find out how much you don't know about something that you do know about once you take someone who is an expert who know what they doing. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that young man right there, bro, he knows what he's doing, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, talking football and teaching football is two totally different worlds. I am a professional at talking football. I can talk it all day, but actually getting out there and teaching someone a skill set, that is God given, bro. So salute to that. Salute to him. I trust my kids with him. If you guys need wide receiver, DB, running back training, Coach Cotton, you trust your kids with him too, because that's where my sons go 2 days a week.
Then I was saying, House have a prediction saying we're going to pick CJ. But listen, and what's even crazier about it, they like doing comps to current players. They comp CJ Stroud to Dak Prescott. There were channels that come
CJ Stroud from Rancho Cucamonga too, man.
Right. So why would we go up, give him all the assets, and they say that he will beat Dak Prescott in the NFL when you currently have Dak Prescott as your quarterback?
Facts.
So that even makes sense. So I'm gonna move on from Dak Prescott to get the new Dak Prescott when I can just keep.
And Dak is bigger than the guy that y'all want him to be. What's up with you, glamorous JWC? I see you.
Yep, I know that people don't like Dak Prescott, but the man is literally top 10 all time in all the important passing stats, but they just poo-poo on that. So the fact that he's top 10 in completion percentage, passer rating, touchdown to interception ratio, and he got he has over 24 Cowboy records.
And Dak has an NFL body right now. CJ is more Lamar. Is he bigger or smaller than Lamar Jackson?
CJ. I think by height he's like an inch taller than Dak, but body wise, like Dak got him.
Yeah, I was gonna say because Dak is built like a tight end.
Yeah, Dak is a big old boy.
Like Dak, like people comped him to a tight end. Like if you guys remember, there was a certain ESPN guy that said that he comped him to Tim Tebow. You know what I'm saying?
There was a certain there's a certain guy that has his own platform now that said that Dak Prescott would be a backup tight end in the NFL.
Exactly.
So hey, you love draft experts though, don't you?
Yeah, my boy Just says Mr. Nasty Time in Rancho Cucamonga. Hey, there you go, man. Hey, if you from the IE, you know CJ. CJ's been a dog. CJ's been a dog. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I say, that's why I be like the draft only proves to me that it's like, I love guys like Jordan Tucker. Shout out to my dude. My dude did 300 prospects. Shout out to my boy Law Nation. Law Nation did like 300 prospects. Shout out to my boy Boss Cowboy. He did like 300 prospects. Shout out to HTM Sports. He did like 300 prospects. West Coast, I did 15. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell y'all what I realized. I realized that in the NFL draft, they are going to draft guys they like. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what we think about the player. It doesn't matter what the expectations of it, bro. At the end of the day, when you're spending that type of money on something, like, it's like buying a car, bruh. People be like, damn, would you not buy a whole car simply because they don't have the color you want? Hell yeah. I mean, if I'm about to spend $800 a month on a car note, you're going to give me the color I want. With the flare.
Hey, interior too. Like, yeah, gotta have the leather.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Like, let me tell you, when I was looking for my Tesla, when I was looking for my Tesla, I almost didn't buy the car 4 times. You don't know why? Because every model that I was looking for had white interior. And I'm like, bruh, I have black kids. I don't know if you know how that works, but my kids, they eat. Once they eat it, it goes on the floor. Like, I have a rule in my house where we do not support Capri Suns. Why? Because they don't know how to put Capri Suns in the trash can. That's just what it is. Capri Suns, they're outlawed at my house. You know what I'm saying? If you come to my house, I see you with a Capri Sun, I'm going to beat that ass. Don't play with me. Because they end up on the floor. What else is another candy? Starburst. Can't eat no Starburst. Anything that got small packages. Wrappers.
Gotta unwrap them all.
Exactly.
Hey, they eat 10, all 10 gonna be on the floor.
Listen, bro, I got small rules. And guess what? When my kids were small, I had another rule. You can't buy, if the toy makes a sound, they can't have it. That's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hard to please. Michael, appreciate you with the 1,200 stars. Michael House asks question, West Coast, do you think Will Levis will be picked this round and what team will get him? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know.
Better not be the Cowboys.
I don't know. Could the Cowboys pick a quarterback in the second round? I can see it. Listen, if the Cowboys draft a quarterback anywhere before 4th round, that's going to be like a ooh to me. Why? Because we should only be picking players that we should think that's going to help us win a Super Bowl this year. And I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Unless you're expecting Dak to lose a bunch of games, I'm not losing, be out a bunch of games, that's not going to happen.
Right.
And Dak is the type of dude that even when he
Listen.
said, my big white interior. Well, you must have kids over the age of 18. Or you just have different culture.
DC for Life say this joke. Okay. Yeah, man. And listen, I'm not saying that Will Levi can't play football, thing, but the Dallas Cowboys have other needs outside of a quarterback that's not going to play. Because y'all were telling us how much y'all appreciate the way the Mike McCarthy call plays, how y'all excited to see the West Coast offense. Y'all fell in love when we did the Brandon Cooks deal that got him into Dallas. You know, CeeDee Lamb has proven to be an all-pro guy. So y'all excited to see Jake Ferguson.
He said, yeah, they all moved out. See, that's why you got white interior. Let me get these little moves about my house first, bro.
I feel that.
You trying to have me looking like Crayolaville in the backseat.
Yeah. So with that said, with all the things that's going on with the offense, you are expecting Dak Prescott to have a good year.
Facts.
So if Dak Prescott has a good year, when the hell do you even get a chance to bring in another quarterback, right?
And like, Anthony, that's a great point. And it's like this, like, this is my thing, right? If you go get a guy like that, you're built to be your offense is built around Dak. You don't need a quarterback that's not like Dak. So even if you draft a quarterback, he needs to be like the mother effer that you're trying to replace.
Yep. Hey, you need a very seamless transition.
Like, I'm gonna show you something. Like, I'm gonna show you one of the dopest things I saw at the NFL draft. I saw Carolina Panthers fans with number 1 Cam Newton jerseys, right? Mm-hmm. And you know what they did? They printed out the word "young" on the back and just
smacked it on the back.
And you know what? I was thinking, that's hella funny. First off, I was like, that's hella funny. Mm-hmm. But the second thing I was thinking is like, bro, if your mental of the organization is going from Cam Newton to C.J. Stroud, you're getting the same type of player.
Yep, very mobile quarterback,
athletic quarterback,
throw the ball down the field.
Like that's what I mean. That's what I want in my backup quarterback. You know what I'm saying? My backup quarterback needs to basically it's like this. My starting quarterback is my oldest son. My backup quarterback is my baby son. They the same dude. The only difference is they both look like me in different times of their life. My oldest son, he looked like me now. My baby son looked like me a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's what your backup quarterback's supposed to look like. Your backup quarterback is supposed to look like your starting quarterback. He's just not there yet. You know what I'm saying? If you look at my baby son, he looks like my older son, but he just looks like he's a younger version of him. Right. And then my oldest son looks like a younger version of who? Me. That's what the backup quarterback line is supposed to look like. You're supposed to have a starting quarterback who is who? That's daddy. Mm-hmm. Then you got a backup quarterback who's who what? That's the little son. That's your oldest son. Then you have your third string quarterback who's not on the roster, but guess what? He kind of look like all of them. You know what I mean? That's what it's supposed to look like. So when your starting quarterback goes down, everybody just does what? Move up. And a quarterback has to be 3 quarterbacks. You want to know why? Because you can't have 2. Because if you get one hurt, you only got 1 quarterback. Mm-hmm. So your quarterback room always has to be 3. And it needs to be 3 guys that look exactly alike.
And we don't really have that.
And we don't have that, bro.
Because Cooper Rush does not play anything
like. Break it down. Go ahead, break it down. Tell them why their offense changed so much. Tell them why your offense changed so much.
Because Cooper Rush is not an athletic quarterback. You know, Dak, and a lot of things that the Dallas Cowboys like to do with Dak Prescott, especially in the play action game, involves him being able to get out the pocket on a bootleg or a naked bootleg, and you know and even in the run game, because Dak Prescott is enough of a runner in his career, you have to respect the read option plays. None of those things are on the board with Cooper Rush because he is not a mobile quarterback, so you have to take some of those things out. And tweak a lot of those things. Yeah. And then, let's go even further. Will Greer is your third quarterback. He actually plays a little bit closer to Dak Prescott than Cooper Rush.
And funny story, that's why we were pushing for Will Greer to be the backup quarterback. Mm-hmm. Because we were saying that Will Greer actually, even though I think Cooper Rush is a better quarterback, better thrower than Will Greer. I think he's probably smarter than the dude too. But Will Greer's game style is better fitted for the Dallas Cowboys than Cooper Rush. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I honestly think that I actually think that Kellen Moore would have had a better offense if it would have been Will Greer. Because think about this: as soon as the offense, the quarterback diminished with Kellen Moore, bro, everything diminished. Like people try to say that Kellen Moore, Dak isn't good without weapons, bro. Kellen Moore is not good without a good quarterback.
Facts. And listen, Kellen Moore, you look at his numbers without Dak Prescott, they're abysmal.
Terrible, bro. We were ranked 26th in the NFL overnight, bro. Overnight.
So yeah, let's not act like Kellen Moore is this guru that can just turn shit to sugar. It's not. Not at all. But let me see. He said LOL. But yeah, man. Will Greer though, I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit from him, at least over Cooper Rush, because at least he can move. At least he can extend the play, and that's the kind of thing you like. He has the ability to run the ball, especially in the red zone. So I like him. I like the boy. But I would prefer getting a quarterback like Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who can run the ball. Malik Cunningham from Louisville, like those kind of running backs I like. The athletic quarterbacks, and if you wanted to be smart, you could even put them in like goal line packages. Save Dak Prescott for getting unnecessary hits.
Wes, what's good? What's up with Wes? He said what I told you about Mozzie. Hey man, man, good. That was a good call. William House says we've proven he can manage a game when we needs to. Mr. J. Lewis, both of y'all talk to us. West Coast, him hogging. I can't hogging the camera. I'm just to the left.
Yeah, he was milling.
Let me see. Let's go this way. There we go.
All right, we both in it now.
All right. Let's go next. He says, Mr. J. Lou says, Blue Raw has his thoughts on Avila from TCU. What's your thoughts on Avila from TCU?
I like Avila. I don't think he's a better prospect than Osiris Torrance. But if Osiris Torrance is not on the board, I wouldn't mind Dallas Cowboys taking Avila. Plus, he has the ability to play center. So even if he can't win out at the guard position, he might be able to beat out Tyler Biadasz.
Yeah. Ooh. Damn. Replacing your whole starting center. Hey, you know what? One thing I know about Mozzie, our first round pick from today, is I think at practice he's definitely going to show that your center can be improved. Scoot over a little bit. That ain't what you scoot. There you go. That's about as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, we're on 4 different phones, so it's not gonna be, it ain't gonna be perfect. Cause I got my phone, West Coast got 3, so we're going live on 4 different channels. So that's why we're steady moving back and forth, trying to get angles for all
Scoot
this
over
stuff.
just a little bit.
This way.
This way.
This way.
There you go.
Oh,
That's
cool.
as good as it's gonna get right there. Because now you got each one of our faces in each camera, basically.
See, I can do this and be even further into it. So
All right, so bam. So now we're in it. Now we're in everyone.
Says, sup, Hen, West Coast, told you Mozzie would be a pick weeks ago. Well, I'm glad that you were right. I like Mozzie.
Yeah, I like the pick too. The reason why I like the pick is because it's a pick that the Cowboys needed. Mm-hmm. Like, you were 26th against the run, man. Like, when were you eventually going to draft that? And when were you going to draft it with some actually money? Like, there are some problems in life where you can only fix with money, man. Like, there's just, you're going to have,
around it.
Yeah, like, you're going to have health problems and you have money problems. I pray that all my problems are money problems. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you got a health problem, money can solve that too.
Exactly. But sometimes you got health problems that money can't solve. Yep. That's why I say, Lord, let me have only money problems. If I wake up and I only have money problems, I am in a good place in life. You know what I'm saying?
Amen to that.
Because money, you just either got to go get it, or you got it or you don't got it. You know what I'm saying? But the Cowboys have money problems. When you can't stop the run, that's a problem. You got to go pay somebody to go do that. You're not going to magically find someone that's going to be able to wake up one day and be able to stop the run. And you damn sure ain't going to find nobody in the 6th, 7th round. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Well, real quick, Tim, he said Dak is not going to get us where we need to be. I've seen enough 7 years of hope. Well, this is the thing. If you stopped at year 7 for Peyton Manning, you would feel the same way, because after year 7 he was 2-4 in the playoffs with worse numbers than Dak Prescott. Drew Brees only had 1 playoff win. In that time frame. Matthew Stafford, had never won a playoff game at that point. So, 7 years is 7 years, but there's been plenty of quarterbacks that have progressed and have improved, right? Year to year. It took Peyton Manning
I have
9 years to win.
question. What quarterbacks have won the Super Bowl in their first 7 years?
Not that many.
No, I want this guy that said he's seen enough in 7 years. What quarterbacks have you seen win Super Bowls in their first 7 years? Outside of Patrick Mahomes. Who? Has Justin Herbert won one? No. Has Lamar Jackson won one his first 7 years? No. What about Jalen Hurts? He won one his first 7 years? No. Who else?
Yeah. There's not a lot of people.
Joe Burrows, he won one?
There's not a lot of people. They even have Super Bowl rings right now in the league.
Like, there's like two guys, bruh. There's like two.
Stan said, "What y'all think about Tillman? He's a big body wide receiver, but it really just depends on what you think about Michael Gallup, because he would have to be Michael Gallup's replacement. He can't play slot. He's gonna be an outside guy. He does the same thing for you on the football field as Michael Gallup. He's gonna high point the ball. He's gonna be the guy that you throw the contested passes to.
Okay.
So it just depends on what you think about Michael Gallup. If you really are leaning toward moving away from Michael Gallup, then you can get him. But at the same time, I don't necessarily think he's a player that really fits the West Coast offense. I don't think he's a guy that can give you a lot of yak. I don't think he's a guy that will, thrive on a lot of in-breaking routes. I think he's a guy who want going down the field a little bit more. Not that he's a super burner, but he's a big body, big catch radius wide receiver.
Yeah, this. I'm out on wide receiver, fellas. Fellas and fellettes, I'm out on wide receiver. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was Jordan Addison's suit and that big ass tie he had on. I mean, you at USC, we don't dress like that. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever though. You know what I'm saying? My boy up there looking like a piece of spearmint gum.
Actually, Kurt Warner. Yeah. So there's a couple that have, but there's also other greats that have not. That didn't win Super Bowls in their first couple of years. So, like I said, Peyton Manning, Matthew Stafford.
If you can only name two or three people who've ever done something in the think about this. This is in the course of mankind. As long as people have been on the face of the earth, there's only been two people to do something. Yeah, that's not a good example. It's not a good example. It's like saying, yeah, Michael Jordan. I mean, Kobe Bryant dropped 81 points. Yeah, but he's also freaking Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? I don't think everybody can do that. We can't get a wide receiver. We have enough. People want Dak to throw the ball less, but grab a wide receiver doesn't make any sense. Facts.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Mr. Run the damn ball, and I think you have enough at wide receiver. Like, I think if Michael Gallup wasn't hurt last year, you wouldn't even be talking about a wide receiver. Like, my thing is this: why did we not trade for Brandon Cooks? We traded for Brandon Cooks, and y'all still want a wide receiver. Like, I don't honestly think that people will ever be satisfied. I just think you're not going to be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? You want to know why? Because deep down in your soul, we should have never traded Amari Cooper. You're never going to let that go. I'm not letting it go. But you got to let it go, bro. You got to let it go, bro. You know what I'm saying? The one who got away, she might just always be the one that got away. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never, you know what I'm saying? You know how people mess you over in life, and you be like, man, I wish I could see them. Well, then guess what? You may never see it. You may just got to let it go. You know what I'm saying? So just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all just need to let that go.
Facts.
Because I didn't agree with it either, but we're never going to, you can't make up for it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't make up for it. Like, it's over with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We need a running back from UCLA's the Zach kid. I think we're gonna back
to the trenches with a guard. I would like that. I wouldn't mind guard. And really, we're just talking about functionality and rationality. I think offensive line is the best way to go at this point.
They call him Big Word Henny.
Yes. I read the encyclopedia just so I can get these words. No, bullshit.
Big Word Henny. Bring back my boy Zeke. Hey, you know what, man? I'll tell you this right here, man. With everything they doing right now, imagine if they just gangster-ling this team with Ezekiel Elliott, man. Just like, because just imagine like the Cowboys, you still have different things that you're going to add to this team. I think they're going to add an offensive lineman today. I do believe that.
They should.
And you know, you add like I would rather try to work something out with Zeke than go draft a kid. I would. Why? Because everything that you're doing right now is saying win now. Mozzie Smith is saying win now. Mozzie Smith is not a guy that's about to be sitting behind nobody.
Yeah, JC agreed. Guard or tackle. I definitely would get a damn offensive lineman.
Like Mozzie is a guy that's about to play. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And playing. This is a Dan Quinn pick. O-line or tight end. Listen to me. Why do y'all want a tight end so much? Why? I want to know. For the people who want a tight end, here's your chance. Why do you want a tight end? But you didn't want to sign Dalton Schultz.
Zeke deserves a ring. Yeah, he does. He does deserve a ring.
Honestly, man, I think the NFL showed y'all last night that they don't give a damn about no tight ends, bruh. Like, oh, y'all, we gotta get, bruh, nobody get no damn tight end. They had one tight end. Yeah, one tight end drafted last night. He was like pick 25.
Yep. Pick 25 or 20, whatever it was, 25, 26.
Tight end is a position that takes too long to get developed in the NFL. You don't draft a tight end in the first round. Because it takes 2 years for him to develop, and even in 2 years, you don't know if he's gonna be able to be a good tight end. I think you just draft tight ends in the later rounds, and tight ends play for extensions. Mm-hmm. That's a position that you're playing to get extended, not a position that you're playing to get in the first round. Because think about this. Any tight end that has ridiculous stats in college, I can almost guarantee they were a tight end that was used like a what?
Wide receiver.
Exactly. So if you want those type of stats, why don't you just draft a?
Wide receiver.
Exactly. I ain't have to say it.
Very good point. Kyle Pitts, who everybody loved, they're like, oh, he had a 1,000-yard season. He has more career snaps.
Yeah, as a wide receiver, though. He also lined up as a wide receiver more than a tight end, though.
Yes. He only has, over the last 2 years, 181 snaps at tight end and 600 snaps at wide receiver. If you combine the slot, the X, the Y, all that.
And that's post Julio Jones. Think about this. That's a team that didn't have Julio Jones and a team that didn't have they didn't have the Gage dude because he got suspended for
Calvin Ridley.
For Calvin Ridley. They didn't have Calvin Ridley because he got suspended for gambling.
Yep. And when you put this into perspective, they drafted him over getting Jamar Chase. So when you put that into
they failed.
So.
I remember that draft too because I was telling folks like, listen, if you're Atlanta and you want a weapon, just get Chase.
Yep.
You don't draft a tight end as a weapon when Jamar let's just think about this. Do you think an Atlanta Falcon fan right now who were extremely hurt last night?
Boy, they look miserable.
Oh my God, bruh. Atlanta Falcon fans was hurt, bruh. They did not want to run it back.
We already got picked.
I saw this dude, it was literally have you seen that Eagles commercial where the dude got the Eagles fly, and he's all sad? This dude's feeling was hurt, and his mama was drunk. And she was so drunk, she didn't even give a damn. But they were both dressed up, had the capes on and everything, man. And my boy's feeling was, if he was drunk, he was sober on that way home.
Man, what?
My boy was hurt,
he said, how you feel about y'all pick? Yeah, we liked our pick. Damn.
He said, how you like your pick? I hated it, man. I was like, then the homie was like, bro, y'all got Bijan. But we already had I was like, well, that's a man who knows his team.
Indeed. Because I guess he said too many running backs, man.
Maria said, you are right, West Coast. These are not a lot of QBs to win Super Bowls in their first 7 years. You have some retired players that have done it like other retired, but still not facts. Mm-hmm. The Super Bowl is the hardest the hardest trophy to obtain in all of sports is the World Cup. It only comes 4 times. It only comes once every 4 years. You know what I'm saying? The second hardest trophy to get out of that is for sure the Super Bowl.
There's almost a dozen teams that ain't got a Super Bowl in their history.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? And it's teams that don't even qualify for the World Cup. So yeah, them is the 2 hardest trophies in the world to get. Mm-hmm. If you get those trophies, you earned them.
Definitely earned.
You were definitely the best team in that division or league. I wouldn't be mad at Mayer. I would be mad at Mayers. Hell, you mean? I would be mad because I'm gonna tell you this right now. I would be mad at any tight end that would put themselves in front of the tight end that we didn't sign. Like Ferguson needs to have opportunities. Like, listen to me. I was beat your ass in the parking lot for Dalton Schultz. Well, now I'm beat your ass in the parking lot over Ferguson. No,
he's still here.
Because he's still here, bro. Y'all is not just gonna be getting rid of players and not and not even giving dudes opportunities. Like, come on, bro. We cannot be in a habit of just throwing money like away. Like, we are throwing money away, bro. We cannot be in the habit of doing that. We don't have the luxury of drafting guys in top 100 picks and not using them. We do not have that luxury. We are not the Kansas City Chiefs around here. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, think about this. Deron Bland is a 5th round pick. Jalen Tolbert was a 3rd. Mm-hmm. Them dudes got to play, bruh.
They have no choice but to play.
Who should we draft tonight? I don't know about the player, but I know the position too. I'm gonna give y'all the 2nd round has the 2nd and 3rd round, right?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 2nd and 3rd round, and then 4th through 7th is gonna be Saturday.
Okay. So tonight I need to walk off this field. I need to walk out the draft at least with a guard. At least a guard. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I'm not tripping. Because a running back would be good too. A guard and a running back. I think value-wise, running back and guard has the best value right now. I actually think my middle linebacker should play better now with a better defensive tackle.
I agree with that.
Like, I'm actually kind of excited to see what because LVE played better with Jonathan Hankins. So if LVE played better with Jonathan Hankins, that means he should play like a god with Mozzie Smith. So and think about this, LVE's only on a 1-year deal. So I will give LVE a chance with better defensive tackle in front of him. I will. Because theoretically, a lot of the stuff that I don't like that LVE can't do, he shouldn't have to do now.
Mm-hmm. Hey, same with Damone Clark. Adding that defensive tackle in front of him definitely going to help. Everybody that's playing linebacker for you.
Facts.
But let's see, it's an hour and 12. I think I'm finna get off here. But man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me with the liquor store, man. I'm finna get off of here, get some stuff ready for day 2. I appreciate y'all for coming in, showing love to the channel, and I will be back on later on when it gets closer to gets closer to time for the draft. But I'm finna go get prepared and stuff, man. I love y'all, appreciate y'all, and I will get it, y'all. Peace.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I got about 5-10 more minutes of content, so questions. Let's get through this. Questions. Chiba says family were games where B couldn't score 1 touchdown, 6 of the Killings plays calling, the rest simply Dak trying to hit the wide receivers and missing. Nah, I don't know about that stat, bro. I don't know about that. We only lost 4 games last year. Or 5. Let's go. Need to draft another linebacker. A 2nd round pick linebacker, a 2nd or 3rd pick linebacker, I wouldn't mind. I think the Dallas Cowboys have a mindset to use these young guys. So anybody that they draft is probably a guy that's not going to be able to get on the field this year. I seen y'all in the crowd last night on ESPN, bro. Oh, that's what's up, man. See if you can go find that for me, please. I'd love to have that. I believe Jerry will do something crazy day 2. I believe so, too. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys dropped the quarterback on our head today. I'm going to be honest with you. I would not be surprised. Dak's contract says it's going to be hard to finagle around. So with that being that way, I would not be surprised, y'all. Exactly, Dak has the tightest windows throwing percentage in the league. Yeah, I don't know. People just be saying stuff about Dak. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you guys, don't forget, Top Star Giver today is going home with a number 20 Tony Pollard jersey. Top Star Giver today is going home with a number 20 Tony Pollard jersey, so make sure you guys hit that star button. Make sure crazy Will Levis didn't get picked. Not really. I just think, listen to me, the combine, whenever a combine puts you in the first round, you gotta remember, combine is not game film. That's how you did at a workout. I never trust combines. I trust game film. If we get a quarterback, who will it be? I think it'll be that Hooker kid because they talk so much about him so far. That's what I think. You not digging Miller out of TCU, huh? My mind is blank right now. What position? Running back? The running back, I think. All right, you guys. Black QBs are the trend now. Are you digging Miller out of TCU? Running back. Yeah, the running back. I like him. If we get a quarter, I think it'd be the quarterback from Tennessee. Don't ever get me wrong. I love Dak. I don't think he should give him a bigger check down option with a tight end. Our wide receiver made him look terrible last year. The wide receiver, and he broke his thumb. You know what I'm saying? He also broke his thumb. So, I think that had something to play into Dak's production last year, too. And he did break his thumb last year. And then, wide receivers and Kellen Moore. Isn't Dak the 7th most accurate quarterback in NFL history, something like that? Percentage-wise, yes. There's no particular quarterback I want because I don't think any quarterback's going to play this year. But whoever he is, he needs to have a play style like Dak. All right, y'all, I'm out of here, man. Been on here for an hour, 20 minutes. Just wanted to answer those last questions before we get up out of here. Hey, you guys read 3,000 stars. Can we get to 5,000? We need 1,700 stars to get to 5,000. We need 1,700 stars to get to 5,000. What are you looking for today, West Coast? A guard and possibly a running back. I don't believe we need a wide receiver. I believe you have wide receivers. I just think we need the season to start so you can see them play. You feel me? So, hey, man, I'm out of here, man. I will be live later on today. Make sure you guys tune in. You guys already know what it is. Never look down because stars up. Peace.